Prayer, prayer warriors. Prayer warriors. I love the Lord because He has heard my voice and my supplications, because He has inclined His ear to me. Therefore I will call upon Him as long as I live. All beings, including humanity, were created by Elohim with the ability to communicate with each other and with Him. Unfortunately, human beings lost the ability to communicate directly with Elohim when Adam and Eve sinned. But Elohim left us a gift, a telephone that allows us to continue communicating with Him. Prayer. Daniel, Enoch, and Moses are examples of how we can use this powerful gift. Daniel, praying in dangerous times. Pray in the proper posture, a life of prayer. Enoch. Moses, talking to Elohim, intercessory prayer. Daniel, praying in dangerous times. So I turned to the Lord Elohim and pleaded with him in prayer and petition, in fasting and in sackcloth and ashes. Because of his trust in Elohim, Daniel received intelligence, the ability to interpret dreams and wisdom. When his life and the life of his friends were in danger, he turned to Elohim in prayer. After a life of prayer, what characteristics Daniel acquired? Good administrator, integrity, diligent, unburnable, reliable, honored, faithful, and loyal, without any bad habits. Heaven was attentive to Daniel's prayer. Only by breaking this bond could his enemies harm him. Faced with this new threat of death, Daniel maintained his prayer habits. He was consistent, praying 3 times a day. It was predictable, opening its window towards Jerusalem. He had specific habits. He prayed on his knees. It focused on thanksgiving and supplication. Pray in the proper posture. Now when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to his Elohim, just as he had done before. When we pray, we speak to Elohim as if we were speaking to a friend. However, Elohim is not like us. He is the King of the universe. For this reason, Daniel's custom was to kneel before him to pray, acknowledging him as his sovereign. Since we can pray to Elohim in any circumstance and at any time, it is not always possible or necessary to do so in this way. Closing our eyes allows us to concentrate more on prayer, but in some circumstances it is not possible, walking, driving, etc. The important thing is that our prayers are made with the respect that Elohim deserves. In the Bible, we find examples of people who prayed in different ways, according to their special circumstances. Jehoshaphat prayed standing before the people. David sat before Elohim to give thanks. Solomon prayed kneeling with his hands raised. The people bowed down to the ground to pray. Daniel prayed prostrate on his bed. Nehemiah stood and prayed silently before the king. Regardless of our stance, the Bible urges us to pray without ceasing, perseveringly and constantly. Enoch, a life of prayer. Enoch walked faithfully with Elohim, and he was no more because Elohim took him away. Enoch lived in difficult times when the weakness of the antediluvians was increasing. With the birth of his son, his understanding of Elohim expanded, and his communion with him intensified. Prayer was an important factor in that relationship. The more intense and urgent his work became, the more constant and fervent his prayers were. At times, he would withdraw to secluded places to be more in communion with Elohim. However, he would always return to the people to share his knowledge of Elohim with them. Elohim hears us both in the hustle and bustle of daily life and in the quiet of retreat. There is no place on earth where he cannot see and hear us. We can express our prayer with words which help us concentrate, or we can do so in silence which help us express our thoughts. The important thing is to never stop communicating with Elohim in prayer. Moses, talking to Elohim. Since then, no prophet has risen in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. Upon hearing Elohim's voice speaking from Sinai, the people of Israel asked that he not speak to them directly again, because they feared to die because of his voice. This was not the case with Moses, who spoke with Elohim face to face. For 40 years, from the burning bush until his death, Moses and Elohim had regular personal dialogues. The Bible records several 40-day periods during which Elohim gave Moses specific instructions on building the tabernacle and communicated various laws to him. During these dialogues, Moses also interceded for the people. We do not have the privilege of speaking to Elohim face to face, but prayer fills that gap by allowing us to communicate directly with him. Intercessory prayer. The Lord was angry enough with Aaron to destroy him, but at that time I prayed for Aaron too. Intercessory prayer is that in which we pray on behalf of other people. Moses interceded with Elohim for others on various occasions and for different reasons. For their family members, because of Aaron's sin, because of the murmuring of Mary, for the people when they were thirsty, when they were hungry, when they sinned. What motivated Moses to pray for others? The same thing should motivate us, love for those we pray for. We should pray in the family circle, and above all, we must not neglect secret prayer, for this is the life of the soul. It is impossible for the soul to flourish while prayer is neglected. Family or public prayer alone is not sufficient. In solitude, let the soul be laid open to the expecting eye of Elohim. Secret prayer is to be heard only by the prayer-hearing Elohim. No curious ear is to receive the burden of such petitions. In secret prayer, the soul is free from surrounding influences, free from excitement. Calmly yet fervently will it reach out after Elohim. Sweet and abiding will be the influence emanating from him who seeth in secret, whose ear is open to hear the prayer arising from the heart.